Oh yes indeed, it's that time again. You absolutely could not move for flavourful video game man meat over the last year or so.
Snappy dresses, luscious locks, bulging biceps. If the world of video games were a buffet, consider the Hunky Boys the bottomless chicken nuggets section. You know, the best bit.
And so, following in the footsteps of last year's winner, the Nintendo Labo fishing rod in case you forgot, and with Valentine's Day causing us to despair about perpetual loneliness and the futility of existence, we aim to once again crown the sexiest male in all of video games from the last year.
Are you ready? I'm Peter.
And I'm Ben from TripleJump.
And here are the 15 hunkiest video game boys 2019 to 2020. Number 15, Sir Daniel Fortescue, Medieval. Never in all my years of participating in it have I been a bigger proponent of necrophilia. Meet Sir Daniel Fortescue, a man with all of the usual orifices, plus one more for fun. The history books tell us that in life, he was a valiant warrior who led the charge against evil sorcerer Zarok. Granted, his efforts came to an early end by a well-placed arrow just seconds into the assault, but I have it on very good authority that he has no such problems elsewhere when it comes to premature conclusions. The hero of Galamir, or Bone Boy Dan as his romantic partners call him, is by all accounts game to try anything at least once. What do you like? Furry play? Oof, he owns some fantastic dragon armor. Sadomasochism? Ha! The guy literally rips his own arm off on a daily basis and beats other people around the face with it. Oral sex? I mean, just look at this. I'm saying nothing. The best thing about Dan, though, is that you know he'll always be back for more. There's a reason they call it res-erection. Let's just say this is one dead man who can absolutely guarantee a second coming. Rest assured, anytime you want him, Sir Daniel will be right here waiting for you, laid out on his back and decidedly stiff. Although I suppose that could just be rigor mortis.
Number 14, Dead Man, Death Stranding. Well, if it isn't Guillermo de Tomorrow himself. A genius working in the medical field for bridges, Dead Man is a man made out of other dead people, hence the name. Don't let that put you off, though. The dead people were extremely attractive, and try to think of it this way. He was custom built for your pleasure. This hyper-realistic Kojima-approved sex doll comes with many unique perks. Providing you're within a Bridges facility, he can realistically project himself into your room and dance, perhaps. He's always watching and listening too, analysing your bodily waste and recommending vital products to your Amazon account like poo and wee grenades, you know, because he cares. If you've had a hard day trekking across the BT-decimated American wasteland, perhaps carrying your dead president mum on your back and trying not to fall over like a cartoon character from Tom and Jerry, you too might want to take time for a little R&R in your personal room. Maybe drink a little Monster Energy, point at your toys, poke the baby, take an uncomfortably fully clothed shower with the man you love and discuss top secret governmental conspiracies. It really is the best way to unwind. He may not be voiced by the Oscar-winning director, but the cuddly titan of cinema is at least physically present. Oh Lord, he coming.
Number 13, it's not a dead person this time. Grease Dritus, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Oh, don't get handsy with me, sunshine. According to Wikipedia, Grease Dritus is a Latero from the planet Lateron. As in, do you want to come over to mine tonight for some violent sexual intercourse? Yeah, alright, I'll see you later on. Seriously though, Lateros make excellent lovers. I mean, come on, 4 arms? Just think of the things he could do for you. Hair pulling, strangulation, finger up the bum, and all simultaneously. But alright, I hear you, it's not all about sex, I know. Fear not though, Grease has got a lot more going for him than just his bonus appendages. The guy likes to nurture plants in his terrarium, so you know he's a sensitive soul. He's got a sweet ride that can take you to all the best drive-in cinemas cinemas and lovers' lanes in the galaxy, and he's also an excellent cook, which is always a bonus. However, the fact that he's at high risk of heart disease from all the salt he adds to his own portion of said food, coupled with his crippling gambling problems, is exactly what makes Grease good for more than just one night of passion. If you're looking for a project, someone you can save from themselves, Grease is everything you could ever need. Wall run your way into his life, sort out his diet, and get him out of the casinos, and he'll thank you for it later, any which way you like. And with a mouth that big, God only knows what's going on below the belt. Grease nuts. Ha! Got him.
Number 12. Leon, Pokemon Sword and Shield. The cape, the leggings, the booty shorts, that long purple hair. Galar Region Pokemon League champion Leon is the tallest drink of water gun to ever come out of Postic. He and his trusty Charizard will set your life ablazing with passion, and if you pass up the opportunity to be with this Machamp, you'll be left feeling ghastly, just wishing you shoulda, woulda, coulda. Admittedly, there are some unsavory rumors that Leon is overly close to his Charizard, but those are false, hurtful, and come from individuals who can only dream that they could share a bond with their Pokemon so special that they too have an adorable little hand gesture to signify their relationship. He's definitely been in it, though. Speaking of that Charizard pose, there are forum posts out there detailing some practical applications in the bedroom, and oh my, let's just say it'll get you from flaccid to Gigantamax lick-a-tongue split. Lee took on the gym challenge at just 10 years old, claiming victory in the Champion Cup in his very first attempt. Since then, he's been immovable, undethronable, insatiable. There's only one person who can beat him off the top spot, and that is you.
Number 11. Hunk, Resident Evil 2 Remake. From the very moment this fella emerged from the warmth of his mother's womb, his fate was sealed. Looking down at their exceptionally beautiful baby boy, already inexplicably wearing a gas mask, his parents knew exactly what to call him. He was Hunk back then, and he's certainly a hunk now. Part-time leader of the Umbrella Security Service Alpha Team and full-time gimp, Hunk not only owns all the equipment you'd require for a wild night of BDSM, he wears it constantly. With years of field experience in post-apocalyptic lovemaking, his exhibitionist and nymphomaniacal traits mean that a night with Hunk is sure to end with a flash bang. He's a silver-tongued wordsmith too, always poised to raise your goosebumps with a flirty chat-up line like, and let's not even get started on his nickname. In established Resident Evil lore, the guys at Umbrella Security all refer to him as the Grim Reaper. Players assume that this is down to his lethality in the field, but the deeper meaning to the moniker lies in the fact that it's an anagram of Rim Groper. Okay, it's not actually, but I can personally confirm that he is definitely into butt stuff, so.
Number 10. Sam, The Outer Worlds. Times are hard in the Outer Worlds. The board owns everyone's souls, food and medicine are scarce, there aren't enough hats to go around, and almost everything wants to kill you, but not Sam. He protect, he attack, but most importantly, he clean ship from front to back. You first encounter Sam aboard the Unreliable in a storage closet right next to the crew's quarters, setting in motion a quest to retrieve a component that would transform the hulking metal companion from an impotent cleaning machine to a lethal assistant, erect in the face of his duties. And that's what you want, really, isn't it? An erect companion.
Upgrade your attachment today and get to firing away.
The names of his attacks hint at just how deep his cleaning goes, too, offering to both corrosively wash and then blast your orifices simultaneously. On top of that, Sam's decontaminate ability sees him jump high into the air and slam back down, spewing fluids all around him. To shreds, you say? One thing we will warn you against is accepting the robophobia flaw. While we all want Sam to make us scream, actively embracing a debuff that causes you to yell every time you talk to him is not the way to go about it. Trust us, it just scares him. Did you know that SAM units are the longest lasting, toughest acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Climb aboard his smooth metal unit, ladies and gentlemen. It's time to blast off.
Number 9. Woody, Kingdom Hearts 3. There's a snake in my butt. Your time with Sheriff Woody at age 10 is all innocent fun and games, sure, child's play. But let me assure you, that whole shtick about Woody and Buzz sounding more like names for toys belonging to Andy's mum couldn't be more accurate. Woody is absolutely a toy for all ages. A fun action hero for the innocent youth, no question, but also exactly the kind of cowboy every adult woman or man needs in their life. Buzz Lightyear might think he can take you to infinity and beyond, but there's one thing Woody's got that Mrs. Nesbit hasn't. A ball gag. No, sorry, not a ball gag. A sheriff's badge. Yes. And you know what that means? He's got all the authority. Call him what you like, sheriff or master or daddy. Whatever you choose, you know full well he'll be tying you up with a lasso and flogging your bot with the flat side of his Andy boot if you should put even a toe out of line. Beautifully rendered in Kingdom Hearts 3, Woody has never looked more attractive, and let me tell you, I'd give him a ride like the wind if he'd only make me his bullseye.
Number 8. Batista, Gears 5. I walk for miles inside this pit of danger, do-do-do-do-do-do. A place where no one follows me. I've got big stones, meaning testicles. I mean, talking about balls, man balls. Swarm beware, Batista's animal has come to play. Big Dave Batista body slammed his way into Gears 5 last year, replacing Marcus Phoenix as a limited-time skin in the multiplayer of the Big Gruff Meat Men game. Complete with his iconic red-tinted shades, this muscle mountain can be seen sprinting around chest-high walls, shooting baddies, and asking you very politely for your number. For you see, beyond the gruff exterior of a 6-time world champion WWE performer with an unblemished MMA record, this Leviathan is actually a gentle soul seeking the comfort and loving embrace of a trustworthy companion, and he wants that to be you. In fact, if you work hard at it, he may lift his torso armor just enough that you get a peek at his belly button tattoo. It's in the shape of a sun, and it's very pretty. Getting a glimpse at Dave's forbidden sunset will only secure your bond as lovers, acting as a foundation for the life you'll surely go on to build together, and the sex will be incredible, just absolutely mind-blowing. He'll pin you for a 3 count and utterly destroy your Drax with his Batista bomb. You'll never walk alone again because you'll need crutches.
Number 7. Big Norm, Crash Team Racing, Nitro Fueled. Small Norm, Big Norm. Small Norm, Big Norm. Big Norm. Big! In 2003's Crash Nitro Kart, we were first introduced to Emperor Velo's minion, Norm, a tedious little dweeb who likes to read books like a little dweeby book dweeb. Gross. Fortunately, proving categorically that size absolutely does matter, Norm has a counterpart that's sort of inside him or something. His name is Big Norm, and he can be inside you too, if only you'd let him. Big Norm was of course then made available in 2019's Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, and weren't we the lucky ones? It may not have escaped your notice that Big Norm dons a beret and a wonderfully slimming striped jumper too, meaning obviously that he's French. Must be, no one else would ever dress like this. And what do we know about the French? Well, they speak the language of love, of course, all French kisses and romantic dinners. Whether it's wine and cheese atop the Eiffel Tower or scenic walks along the Seine, this Parisian petrolhead is sure to rev your engines in all the right ways, and some of the wrong ones too. And sure, he's called Big Norm, so we've obviously alluded to the fact that he's almost certainly well endowed in the Wilson department, but it doesn't stop there. All I'm saying is, Big Norm is able to collect up to 10 Wumpa fruit in every race, and given that his cart is tiny and these trousers definitely don't have pockets, I can only think of one other place he's been shoving nearly a dozen apples. No wonder he's so uptight.
Number 6. Sekiro. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. A wolf by name, a wolf by nature. I'm talking about sex with a dog, man. Sekiro is a shinobi charged with protecting the divine heir. Due to a tragic workplace accident that wasn't his fault, poor unfortunate Sekiro lost his left arm in the line of duty, but that don't mean he's armless. Quite the opposite, in fact, having been fitted with a series of prosthetics that allow for all manner of bedroom shenanigans. Are you into bondage or rope play? For example, Sekiro has you covered. in ropes. You see, not only is the disgraced wolf capable of swinging from conveniently placed branches with his grappling hook, but he's quite happy to swing in general. So there's that. In addition, there's also a secret 11th prosthetic you can unlock by pressing the right buttons. We can't show or discuss it here because the video would be demonetized, but it sounds a bit like a power drill and lets him send Goku do you right in the ashina. That's clever. Clap. But it's not all about the sexy times, is it? It's also about being a good person, and so if you're this way inclined, you'll be thrilled to know that SEKIRO is excellent with kids. Yeah, he lost the only one he was ever supposed to protect, but he literally gave his left arm in the pursuit of reclaiming him and killed thousands by way of bloody revenge. Plus, according to the SEKIRO Shadows Die Twice wiki, he has excellent vision and hearing, so you know he's a good listener. Shadows may die twice, but you only need to die in his arms tonight. It must have been something
Number 5. Luigi's Mansion 3. Got a thing for twins? It's okay, go grab some Kleenex, I'll wait. Last year, Luigi's Mansion 3 brought Switch players face to face with the miasmic, ectoplasmic, you bet your arse orgasmic Gooigi, a sticky sort of bloke that leaves very stubborn stains. And oh boy, was it nice to have the gelatinous little fella along for the ride. I mean, God, Fred and Daphne were obviously banging in the back of the mystery machine whilst everyone else was splitting up and looking for clues in Scooby-Doo, so why shouldn't Luigi have a ghost-busting companion? I mean, thinking about it, given that they clearly have some sort of biological relation, they absolutely shouldn't be copulating, but hey, all the more for us then, am I right? Admittedly, Gooigi's ability to pass through prison bars and the fact that he dissolves in water does make him a little averse to actual penetrative intercourse, just because, well, let's face it, the physics involved in trying to carnally interface with non-Newtonian fluid doesn't bear thinking about. However, he can't get enough of foreplay, and he'll happily go all the way in that respect. Let me put it like this. Consider the fact that regular humans are 70% water, and health authorities advise us to drink 2 litres of that stuff every day. Well, Gooigi over here is almost 100% spooge. So whether he's got his poltergust vacuum set to suck or blow, dietitians literally recommend that he swallows at the end.
Number 4. A lion. Planet Zoo. Or a West African lion if you want to get serious about this. In the enclosure, the mighty enclosure, the lion sleeps tonight. Whether or not you want to join him, however, is up to you. It's not going to be a walk in the park though, as that's not where lions are, you stupid fool! This big fluff boy is an incredibly social creature, so you can't just waltz in there and flash your baby blues like you could with Sam, for instance.
Greetings, customer.
No! There's a hierarchy, and you're gonna have to work your way up. Who knows? Maybe after a few months of hard graft, you could be a beta male, or maybe even a female hunter. Don't let your pride get in the way. Feeding time is every day at midday, so don't worry about bringing a packed lunch. However, the menu does strictly consist of 11 to 16 pounds of raw meat, so veggies and vegans should bear that in mind before hopping the perimeter fence. Go get that lion tail, girl. I suppose. Honestly, a joke entry about a lion in a joke list about hunky video game boys sounded like it would write itself, but this was actually really hard, so I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, a little unintentional double entendre humour there at the end. Point redeemed!
Number 3. The Su-30M2 Flanker F2 Multi-Role Fighter. Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown. There may be no quicker way to join the Mile High Club than to tear off your kecks, wrap your arms around the Su-30M2 Flanker F2 Multi-Role Fighter, and let it take you to heaven and back at ultrasonic speeds. Curvy yet slender, this aerodynamic 2-seat combat aircraft is admittedly one of the go-to jets used by Ace Combat 7 antagonist Soul Squadron, but who doesn't love a bad boy? The exotic Su-30M2 was, according to the Ace Combat wiki, developed for foreign use, but subsequently brought back to its homeland, and let me tell you, it picked up some pretty wild stuff while it was away. With retrofitted avionics, a vertical tail wing, and enhanced air-to-ground weaponry, the kinds of maneuvers this hunky boy learned in unspecified foreign country would make a porn star blush. Hey, they don't call it a multi-role fighter for nothing, and believe me, if you're in anything smaller than a king-size bed, you'll be tumbling off the sides before he's finished with you. Just remember, in the event of landing on water, blow into this tube. Now, tear up your Kama Sutra, fasten your seatbelt, and prepare for some serious G-force.
Number 2. Vaughn, Borderlands 3.
Who has the sexiest, most sculptedest abs in the galaxy? Come on, you know this one. Is it me? Is it this guy? Is he doing it now? Yeah, get it, son.
Yes, it is, Vaughn. Yes, it is. And I will get it. Dad? Making his debut in Telltale's Tales from the Borderlands series, it wasn't long before the former Hyperion accountant and leader of the Sun Smashers whipped off his shirt to reveal the sexiest, most sculptedest abs in the galaxy, stealing our hearts in the process.
I mean, I've got muscles where it matters, sure, but, damn, I could never get that tone.
The most amazing thing about Vaughn, other than his classic cape and underpants chic, is his ability to adapt. He was only on Pandora for a minute, and in that short time developed a taste for the bandit life, forming his own bandit clan, engaging in blood feuds, and guiding the player through the trials and tribulations of post-apocalyptic living. He's a winner, really, dismissing offers from those he deems unpleasant and allying himself with you instead at the start of Borderlands 3. Vaughn knows a strong leader when he sees one, after all, and let's be honest, that's you, isn't it? Beyond his undying loyalty is his mathematical ability. Looking to buy a house, a new car, maybe you're even thinking about starting a family. Vaughn is the man for the job. He'll crunch those numbers as thoroughly as he crunches those abs, and given his level of fitness, you know the sex is going to be absolutely out of this world. It's like being in the Garden of Eden 6. And we don't mean to Pandora here, but he'd certainly like to board her lands 3. 100 apology push-ups from us for that one, sorry all.
And number 1, The Groundskeeper, Untitled Goose game.
Much like the first Goomba in Super Mario Bros. Being cited as the most deadly enemy in all of video games, given how many unwitting jump men or women have fallen at its head, the Groundskeeper from Untitled Goose Game is certainly the best groundskeeper in all of video games, and what more could you want? In the face of unrelenting terror and harassment, Big G sticks to his guns, chasing away the marauding waterfowl and doing so with with just a nose on his face. Let's run down what we know about him. Patience of a saint? Check. Great taste in music? Check. Economical lunch planning ability? Check. Patience of a saint? Check. Well-trimmed bush and garden? Check. What a guy.
But that's not all. It's a well-established fact that to goose a person is to cheekily pinch their bum. Always with consent, of course, but it comes as no surprise that the less well-known verb to groundskeeper is to give someone the night of their life. Dinner, coffee, copious foreplay, remarkably prolonged lovemaking, tender aftercare, and a slap-up homegrown breakfast in the morning. How then could we possibly hand this year's award to anyone else? I'd like to congratulate developers House for their work in bringing this absolute Adonis to life, as I dub the Untitled Goose Game Groundskeeper the official TripleJump Sexiest Video Game Male 2019.
And there we have it, the 15 hunkiest video game boys of the last year. But who would make your list? You can follow TripleJump on Twitter here, and while you're at it, why not support the things you enjoy by having a look at our Patreon?
Finally, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel. I'm Peter from TripleJump.
And I'm Ben from TripleJump.
And thanks for watching.